Hello there, we're here with Lauren Cason. Is that right, Lauren Cason?
Lauren Cason.
Lauren Cason, apologies. She's the Director of Marketing for New Orleans. So can you tell us what exciting developments there's been in your area in the last 12 months?
It was great to host IPW in June. We had a lot of our friends and partners from around the world, which was great. And then we were really excited to follow it up with 2 announcements for direct international flights. One with British Airways, direct to Heathrow, that will launch March 27th. So it'll be our first direct flight to Europe in about 20 years. So this will make travel to New Orleans and Louisiana great and much easier. And then it's also a great way to connect from throughout Europe and the world. So it'll great direct access to come and experience our food and culture and music that everyone celebrates. We also have another flight launching in May, direct to Frankfurt with Condor Airlines. So that's very exciting for our German market as well. So there's lots of great things happening in New Orleans, lots of new development. We have a new airport being built, the riverfront's being redeveloped, lots of new hotels and restaurants, and now it's even easier to get to come to visit.
Wow, so what do you think the drivers behind this expansion, this kind of growth?
Well, New Orleans is an exciting place, and the UK and Germany are 2 of our biggest international markets. So we've seen that there's a lot of excitement to come from those markets, and so we think it'll be great, and we're excited that they'll be even more connected.
And are there any other areas of the world that you're focusing on? Are you looking to bring in new business from places like China? Everyone's talking about China at the moment, for example. Maybe for you it's somewhere different.
Absolutely. China's an emerging market. Australia is great. Brazil as well. Canada continues to be a great market for us, as well as Mexico.
So how can you describe New Orleans? Because a lot of people talk about it as a very different experience in New Orleans that you'll get elsewhere in the States, which sounds very interesting. Can you describe a bit more about what's in store for people when they get to New Orleans?
I think New Orleans has a deep-rooted culture that makes us unique. There's a lot of history. We're going to celebrate our tricentennial anniversary in 2018, so we have 300 years of history with French influence and Spanish influence and Southern hospitality that really makes us who we are. So it's a great way to celebrate our history, but then also in 2018 we're going to look to the future of the city and all the great things we have happening in the new developments that I mentioned.
And also the food. People talk about obviously people perceive US food to be one thing, which everyone loves, but tell us about the food culture in New Orleans.
We have a very, very strong culinary scene. We have about 1,400 restaurants in New Orleans right now, and that's 1,400 unique standalone restaurants, not including chains. That's almost doubled in the last 10 years, which is great. Our Creole and Cajun cuisine is very strong. Those are the things that we're known for: gumbo, redfish, beignets, po' boys. But we also have great influences like a huge Vietnamese community. We have James Beard award-winning restaurants. The best restaurant in the country by James Beard is in New Orleans. This year is in New Orleans, Shaya, and it's Israeli Mediterranean restaurants. You wouldn't expect that, and necessarily expect that in New Orleans, but we do have a diverse, really diverse food scene, and it is award-winning and great. And so definitely don't go hungry when you come.
And tell us about the music scene, because I've heard that I've seen we watch the films in New Orleans, and there's people going out on the streets with their jazz. I mean, does that really happen?
Absolutely. I mean, there's hundreds of jazz venues around, or music venues around the city, but then there's also buskers on every corner playing music, and that's some of the best music in the city as well. We have the influence of Louis Armstrong and all the great jazz greats, but great brass bands and Preservation Hall, and the list goes on. There's never a dull moment in New Orleans.
Sounds very exciting. Thank you, Lauren, for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us here.
Oh, absolutely. Look forward to welcoming everyone to New Orleans soon.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.